Welcome to this next episode of YouTube where I've entitled it Winter Undercoat Emerges. And again, the wolves have two coats. They have the long guard hairs that are permanent hairs that repel water and are formed usually around the ages of 2 to 3 months of age. And that's what dictates their pelage or their coloration. And then every fall they grow a dense undercoat that is their primary winter coat that is insulating. And you can see here that Luna is starting to get undercoat coming in under her guard hair, especially around her neck, and she'll fill out here in the next upcoming month. The problem is their undercoats grow back in August, and temperatures in August are still quite warm. So if you recall, wolves don't have sweat glands to be able to sweat and evaporate heat off their body. They are covered with hair, and so they do need to pant to try to cool themselves. That's one of the only efficient ways of really cooling themselves. So you can see Luna kind of panting a bit here, and that's something that we have in the spring before they start shedding. And if May gets hot, it's problematic, and then if August and September get hot, it's problematic. So one of the things that I've been trying to do is work on making sure that we have some good vegetation. And again, with the season we've had here, we had a lot of green and we had a lot of bugs. We had a lot of rain, so things grew in pretty well. Luna, again, is good at caching food and bringing them to the wolf care staff. We have been using popsicles, and that's actually, that deer leg was from a deer leg popsicle where we basically freeze the leg in an ice ball and then allow them to chew on it to try to help cool themselves off. And again, staying very alert is typical of this exhibit. Here's Luna using those ears like a parabolic mic, kind of listening for sound, trying to figure out where her pack mates are, and then engaging in some activity with one of her pack mates, which obviously here is Bolts. So they're still doing that kind of young adult, expending energy without a real purpose kind of behavior, which older animals typically don't do. Older animals are a lot more conservative, especially in the heat. Younger animals can tolerate it, and so tend to be a little bit active. But Luna's doing good. She's moving around great. She can climb on things, and I've noticed a lot more jumping behavior from her. Bolts is, again, looking, he's the lowest ranking pack member of the male rank order, and looking kind of like that adult, young adult look compared to Aiden here as a 6-year-old going on 7's got a little more bulk to him. We're going to hopefully see that build on Bolts in the next upcoming year. The pond continues to be treated on a weekly basis. We're using barley straw, liquid barley straw, as well as some bacteria that helps consume algae. We can't use any chemicals in here because obviously we don't want to bleach the wolves. And they do drink out of this, so we're trying to keep the algae under control. We've also got minnows in the pond helping to eat some of the algae, and so trying to keep that. The clearer it is, hopefully, the more likely they'll want to use it, and the less irritating it'll be to their skin to not have any algae blooms. So that's a little bit of a challenge as the temperatures increase. But as I said, a lot of panting, a lot of behaviors that are a little bit more timed towards dawn and dusk. We call that crepuscular activity. So early morning activity, later in the day activity, not so much going on in the middle of the day. If it's overcast, they might be a little bit better, but it is one of those things where there's just no way to cool yourself, especially if there's humidity, and that's something that we have a bit. So you can see the older animals tend to have a little harder time with the heat than the younger animals do. That's Luna moving up and around. So vegetation-wise, like I said, things have been growing extremely well, and we are seeing a little bit of trouble in seeing the wolves right from the viewing area because we have so much vegetation. We're hesitant to take it out because they do their own fair share of removal of vegetation, but sometimes you have to look through the trees to be able to see the wolves. And Luna and Aiden have been getting along pretty well. Still have their moments over meds, or definitely when Luna wants to possess food. She's not really engaging very socially with anyone, actually, but hardest on Aiden. I think Aiden just has a hard time with that in-your-face kind of behavior. But as we said, they're active, and the programs that have had most activity has been the photography programs, Wolf Watch, which is coming up here this week, and this time of day, so about 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, They'll be getting up and starting to move around. Temperatures start to cool off. Unfortunately, here in Ely, we have been getting evening temperatures in the 40s and 50s, and so that helps to have that kind of coolness. It's better than staying 80 degrees all night long. We don't have that much in the summer. And you can see, obviously, Luna very active there, having no problem engaging and interacting. We also got some footage through the fence here of just show you how relaxed Aiden is as a pack leader. Again, not all pack leaders have to be dominating their lower-ranking pack members. This is Aiden in a subordinate social greeting, rolling on his back, doing a four-leg stab to Luna. Luna tries to kind of stand over him. Then Denali comes over, just tail wagging, just excited, again, to greet his brother. They're all very respectful of him. These standovers are not anything real serious. Again, Luna's just hot, and so she's just sitting there. You can notice that Aiden's got his leg on her. If you watch his leg bounce there, he's got his leg on Luna. That's a four-leg stab, and again, just another social engagement kind of behavior. But so far, like I say, the pack's been doing pretty well. Now, this is the calmer time of the year when prolactin hormone is within their system. We will start to see things pick up around September or October. So over in the other side of the world, Grizzer here on the east side den, he is also starting to grow his hair back in. His guard hairs are kind of a little bit sticking out there. That as his undercoat comes in, he's going to probably expand a little bit on some of those guard hairs, but he's got a weird conformation there. He didn't shed, actually, some of his neck hair, so he's got this little lion mane kind of thing going on there. But he will fill out quite a bit, and like I said, most people see Grizzer in the wintertime. He's a very lean animal in the just physical body size, but when he gets that winter hair, he just magnifies himself. The nice thing about the east side, he likes the pond, so we'll leave this YouTube with him howling to the exhibit pack. Thanks for watching.